Hi sweeties, how are you doing? Welcome to Naya Sim, and thank you all so much for all the love and support. Hope you all are doing great. So this video, I am going to try as much as I can not to make it erase something, but I want you all to know that I have never seen a video where black people followed a palm colored person to a certain place, especially picnic, get together, going to the woods and all that it goes well. I have never seen that. Other people are going to come back, especially pop color people are going to come back, but the black person that went with them ain't going to come back. So this young black lady went on a first date with a pop colored man. That was to his house, and that was the end of it. The young lady was dismembered, and her body parts were found different places and all that, and all traces goes to the same person she went on a date with. And do you know the worst part? That the man's lawyer actually said that my client does not deserve this. Do you know who does not deserve what happened to her? Sade Robinson. And I want us to scream her name because she deserves all the justice. So share this video out. Sharing this video is going to also save another person. It might be someone very close to you. It might be someone that is planning a date or going to somebody's house for the first time on a date. Please, I do not want us to judge anybody, but I really want us to use this. This is a very huge lesson, but most importantly, let's try to educate people around us, especially families, friends, and all that, so they understand that sometimes first date, somebody's house. Let's get into it.
I would rather stay in my house and do fucking things like put roses on my wall than get dressed to die. I know I'm on a break, but I was on the phone with my grandmother, and please listen. And she asked me truly why I'm not dating, why I'm not going out, why I'm not doing anything. And I told her to turn on the TV, look at the news, listen. I don't want to die. I just don't. I don't want to die by the hands of a man who would dismember me and leave me in all parts of the city. I don't want to die and get picked up by a guy and think I'm going home and I never make it home and he beats the crap out of me in a car and then he grapes me in the car and then he leaves me in my car. I don't want to be that person. Women, especially black women, are being destroyed by the hands of men. I don't care if you're a bum anymore. I don't care if you don't have no money. I don't even care if you're rich. I don't want to date because I like my life. And I don't know if I'm ever going to get in a car or go to a restaurant or meet up with somebody and just not be there anymore. That is my biggest fear about dating. I don't want to come up missing. All because a man and his psycho thoughts. That whole thing about would you trust a man or would you trust a bear in the woods? I'd be in that woods. I will be in the woods with the bear. I know what to expect. I know how to retaliate. But a man and his thoughts, I can't get close to those things. I would rather stay in my house and do fucking things like put roses on my wall than get dressed to die. And that's not an exaggeration. That is a true fear of mine. I am so sorry that happened to Sade. She did not deserve that. All while looking for love. I don't know what anybody else's excuse for not dating, but that's mine. The fear of not being able to come home. I would rather.
Sade Robinson is highlighting yet again some important truths that everyone just ignores when it comes to black women. And also, just quick side note, the Midwest producing yet another deranged Caucasian. I'm just saying. And like, I lived an hour away from Milwaukee for like 5 years. Midwest is not right. But anyway, black women are not safe no matter who we try to date. And this is coming from someone who has dated every different type of person. So yeah, there's this never ending conversation about how black women, especially dark-skinned black women, are not dated by black men anymore. And all of these pop the balloon type of videos are just showing that over and over again. Dark-skinned black women tend to not get dated. And even when we do date within our own race, we're subjected to domestic violence at rates way higher than anybody else. But that doesn't change once you stop dating within your own race, because black women are also tortured by men and women of other races. But it gets even more sadistic when it's outside of our own race. I read somewhere that this man had a spicy dungeon in his house. Yeah, other races see how black women are treated by our own men and think that it's a free-for-all when it comes to being able to abuse us. Did I lie? No. It's like all black women want to be able to do is be romantically loved, and we can't because we might be chopped up and spread around a whole entire city. This isn't one of those videos that's telling you what race to date and what race not to date. This is a video trying to bring attention to yet another example of how no one protects black women. I'm a joke. So I made a post 2 days ago talking about the murder of Sade Robinson. Of course, I had black men who were jumping in my comment section laughing and saying that that's what black women get for dating white men. And this is what I feared was going to happen. When the rap industry and mainstream started hyping up white men a bit too much, I knew that they were going to get a big head, as they usually do, and us automatically associating whiteness with wealth. I knew that there would be this collective brain rot, and everyone would start thinking that dating a white man was the way to wealth. I don't know how we can be so ignorant as a society. First of all, if you hear a wealthy lifestyle and you automatically think white man, and there were black men in my comments thinking that as well. And what does that say about you and how you perceive yourself as a black man? Women saying that they want a provider and you automatically assume that they mean a white man? Anyway. And then I feared that young black girls would go out and start dating white men, forgetting how violent they are. I've dated every different type of background, okay? A man of color might punch you in the face. A white man is more likely to chop you up and spread your body around the city, like what happened with this young girl. And before y'all assume, I'm not saying that this is all of the white men, but y'all's violence is different. Like I said, there have been numerous men of color who have threatened to punch me in the face or tried to punch me in the face. But the violence that white men have, that's that shit that keep you up at night. In no way, shape, or form am I blaming this young woman whatsoever. And in no way, shape, or form am I blaming any woman who is a victim of violence. What I am saying is that black men making a joke out of this is disgusting, and I don't want young black girls to get hyped up with this whole pasta and lobster shit and get themselves into even more dangerous situation. Honey, date what you want, but you have to vet everybody regardless of race. So I made a post.
My people, are we going to have a real conversation? Are we going to have a real conversation? Dr. Larry Smith here, historian, history professor, entrepreneur, pro-black, pan-African, queer boy, and so much more. If you want to know more about me, check out my page, and if you like what you see, follow me so that you get more of what you see on your FYP. And if not, don't. Y'all already know the case of Sade Robinson. Y'all already aware of what had happened. But my take is a little bit differently. Brothers, where you at? Brothers taken to the streets. Where you at? Brothers using your platforms to defend and to protect black women. Where are you? Because the moment a black man is unalived by a racist police officer, by an injustice criminal justice system, black women take to the streets. Black queer people take to the streets. So my heterosexual brothers, where are you for Sade Robinson or Sade Robinson? This demon killed her. And not just killed her, mutilated her, and dumped her body parts all over the city as though it was some game to create a scavenger hunt from police officers. All because she went on a date with him. And I know some of y'all are going to blame her and say she went on the date, but let's not get into the mix-up because the most common interracial couple is black men, white women. So we're not going to even have that discussion. But where is the outrage for Sade? Simply just living her best life and is killed. And the problem that I have with it is it's not uncommon. This is a common occurrence where black women are killed in higher numbers, grossly disproportionate numbers than their white counterparts. You don't believe me? There's studies that show that black women are 6 times more likely to be killed than white women, to come up missing, their cases never solved than their white counterparts. Yet y'all are on this app talking about drizzle, and y'all are going to get into y'all sophomore phase, but y'all are ignoring that this is actually an epidemic type level of black women winding up missing. Literally, in 2020, at least 4 black women and girls were murdered per day in the United States. And those numbers are increasing, have increased. And let's not even talk about the trans women, because trans women are at a higher number, grossly disproportionate to even black, cisgender, biological females. Women. So at the end of the day, brothers, where is the freaking outrage? If Black Lives Matter, we should be protecting black women, trans or biological women. If Black Lives Matter, we should be having a voice. See, this is the problem that I have with some of my brothers, because y'all complain about not being heard. Y'all complain about not being respected. Y'all complain about being undervalued. But the moment you have an opportunity to show your leadership and to show your appreciation for black women and to show the fact that you're committed to the community and committed to us and to women, y'all don't step up. But I see y'all all day long on this app condemning and criticizing and putting down and disrespecting women on podcasts, on your platforms, making millions of followers off of that bullshit. But yet those same people are not on those same platforms saying we have to chill and we need to address a very real concern within the black community that's affecting black women. So where is the outrage? Where is the fucking outrage? Brothers, if we ain't defending black women, we're leaving them vulnerable. You cannot expect somebody to honor you and respect you and treat you like the man that you want to be treated if when the moments that matter come up, you do nothing. You go silent. You get impotent. You go weak. Where is the outrage? Say her name, Sade Robinson.
It breaks my heart that someone that young was manipulated, was used. R.I.P. Sade Robinson. If you don't know, she was a 19-year-old woman. Actually, a 19-year-old girl, because 19 is a teenager. That's a girl, 19-year-old girl. She went on a date with this white man who pretended he was in his 20s. Actually was 33. Pretended he was in his 20s, had this date with her, brought her back to his place, killed her, cut up her body, and then put it around the county. Yo, this happened, 2 weeks ago? Do you know how sick that is? Do you know how sick that is? Yo, this is not something that happened in a movie, in a TV show. This happened in real life. Like, real life people are doing this to young black girls, people around the world. This girl was 19 years old. It is so scary. This world is so scary. Even with dating and stuff like that, the fact that you can have a first date with someone and already be like, I want to kill this person, with not meeting them ever, just saying like, I want to kill this person just cause, is sick. The fact that he thought he was going to get away with it. After he lit up her car with all the evidence and stuff, he took the city bus with the same clothes. Nigga took the city bus. He took the fucking 112. The city bus. In the same city he scattered her body and tried to like leave or go home or whatever. Like, what? What was going through his mind? It's so scary that these are real life people. You don't know what the hell is going through people's mind. People are crazy. Like, I think one of the main things we need to take away from this story is, of course, protect yourself on these dating apps. Protect yourself while dating. Never go to someone's house you don't know. You don't know anybody. You can't trust somebody to be going over their house after a first date, and that's so scary. It's so scary. And to think that, like, so many young girls have done this before. I have done this before. I met someone on a first date or whatever at their house. It's scary that you don't know the intentions. You really have no idea. We need to stop that shit. We need to stop that shit. It's so sad. Rest in peace to Sade Robinson. All love to the family. Prayers to the family. God bless you. You need justice. You need justice. We're going to get you justice.
I would rather stay in my house and do fucking things like put roses on my...
Yeah, I feel this creator's pain because I'd rather be alone, peaceful, in my space, than to be up in a relationship with some person who doesn't value me or care about me. I don't want to go on dates because I don't know what the person who's sitting across from me, what their intrusive thoughts are. And are they going to act upon those intrusive thoughts? Just not worth it. Just not worth it. I am very content and happy in my space. I'm very content and happy with myself and the life that I have chosen for myself. And quite frankly, it ain't fucking worth it. So, single life is cool. It really is. Because you don't know who the hell you're going to get. You don't know how broken they are. Jesus Christ. This little girl, this little child. I'm calling Sade a baby, right? All she was looking for was love. And he took her out in the most horrific way.
I would rather stay in my house and do fucking things like put roses on my...
Go back and watch your video. There are Black women dying every single day, and they keep showing up on my FYP, you know, murdered by their husbands, by their boyfriends, on first dates. Men they've known their whole lives are showing up and just like unaliving them. And there's not enough outrage from me, honestly. Like, where are all these feminists? I'm talking about the white feminists. Why is nobody, like, where's the outcry that there are Black women washing up on shores, showing up every single day? Personally, I have never been protected by a Black man and will not ask for protection from a Black man. This is my truth. Black women are out here searching for love, safety, and protection and are showing up murdered. Nobody wants to be alone. Black women deserve safe, supportive love.
Y'all, this Sade Robinson case really got me in a chokehold. And I really don't understand why this is not blown up yet. Like, and I really don't like when y'all comment and y'all say things like, oh, like, dating is messed up, or don't go to somebody's house when you just meet them, or... Did y'all hear about the Chris Watts case that happened years ago? With a man that was married to his wife for over 10 or 20 years and killed his whole family? 4-year-old and a 3-year-old? Like, please. I don't think it matters anymore who the person is. If people are just crazy, people are just fucking crazy. And I think we have to just start realizing that. Like, I don't think it matters how long you've known somebody. I don't think it matters how long, like, you know, it doesn't really matter anymore. Like, nowadays, people are just fucking sick. And you can't change the fact that somebody's sick. You can't change them. If that's in them and that's what they're, like, you know, that... it's just in them. Like, we can't take that away from them. And I think it's crazy to say to like, about the victim, oh, you should have been paying attention, or you should have never went home with that person, or you should have trusted them first, or you should have known them for 5 years first. And it's like, girl, that does not matter. Excuse me, that does not matter. You know how many people are getting murdered by their baby daddies? You know how many people are getting murdered by their husbands? You know how many people are getting murdered by their best friends? Like, I don't really think it matters anymore. I think we're just all doomed, and I don't know. I think we need to really start, they need to start having, like, background checks like for free. Like we should be able to just look up someone's name and just see if they have a history, a violent history or a violent past, or like domestic violence. Like that should be a thing. Like there should be a domestic violence list of people, you know, like how they have their sex offender lists, like that, like registries. Yeah, because I'm not gonna lie, I just feel like it just really don't matter who you are, and I just feel like we have to really look at these red flags. Like we have to look at the red flags, like for real. Like, I'm sorry to say it, but I'm gonna start discriminating. Like, I'm discriminating. If you look like you shoot up schools, no thank you. Like, I'm sorry. But see, that's the thing. Like, even that, like, is to say it's contradicting, because, like, somebody could look like innocent. Like, somebody can look like a regular person. Like, how does a serial killer look? Like, it's just, I think we're just fucking doomed. I think you just need to stay in your house for the rest of your life and don't ever come outside. That's it. But somebody really needs to blow up this case. Like, the I'm not a lawyer girl, I just comment on her stuff. I'm like, blow up this case. Because I don't want to hear about YSL. They're doomed. Let's talk about something that's really going on in the world right now, like this. This needs to be blown up. And I think it's because she's black. Again, we're going to bring up race. Why things like this is not big. Because, like, this is going on and nobody knows about it. Like, this is the first time I'm hearing about it today. She's been missing since April 1st, guys. Like, the man dismembered her body, chopped it up, and placed it, threw it around the city. Mind you, the same city that Jeffrey Dahmer is from. He is a Jeffrey Dahmer in training. Like, why is nobody talking about this? Why are they trying to seal it? Like, why am I not hearing about it? Like, what's going on? What's going on?
Good evening, TikTok. This is about my 8th or 9th time trying to do this video. The person behind me, his name is Maxwell Anderson. This is a situation that happened in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, where I unfortunately reside. Allegedly, Maxwell Anderson took a 19-year-old black woman on a date. Her name is Sade Robinson. Allegedly, after the date, after they went to a couple of bars and had a few drinks, allegedly he murdered and dismembered her. Sade, the last time someone seen her was April 1st. I think that's the night they went to the bars, a couple of bars. And April 2nd is when she was reported missing. April 2nd is also when they found one of her limbs. So this demented demon behind me allegedly is responsible for that. I have a number of issues with what I've been hearing on the news here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. The first one is that today is the first day, again, she was reported missing April 2nd. Today is the first day that a sonar boat was sent out to find her. I hope this guy doesn't try the insanity plea, because his mindset led him to throw, allegedly, different body parts in different parts of Milwaukee. Also, he took her car, allegedly, and left it in a black neighborhood and torched it. So the insanity defense, out the window. But a couple of things bothered me, like I said earlier. The first date, on one news channel, they're entitling this the first date murder because it was her first date with him. But why not say Sade Robinson murder? So I am going to share with you a little picture of one of the news channels where they're entitling this the first date murder. That's not cool. Say her name. Say her name. Sade Robinson. Say her name.
So this is all I got from this video, and I am very sad, and everything that that led to this young lady's death is very sad. Now, when we talk about it, they are going to say we're talking about race, but I am going to say it in a way that it got nothing to do with race because somebody's life was taken. I mean, it's really amazing how Black women cannot be protected, like, and that it's something that some people find it so hard to talk about or talk on because some do not want to actually believe or relate to the fact that a Black woman's life is always in danger, right? Whether, I don't know, but like I said, I do not want to make it anything about race. But what it's bad is bad. The fact that, okay, first of all, I am going to start with this. It is very dangerous. I know a lot of people may have done this. Some people are lucky enough. Probably they met someone they love or started going out with somebody. Their first date was on this person's life. But I want you to know that some people are lucky. It was a good, what do I say, call that? Probably good meet up and all that. Some people are not that lucky and some people are not what they say they are and all that. I mean, going to somebody's house first date is really something very dangerous, and it's not something that I would tell anybody to go do because, I mean, people are dying from things like this, right? And you all can see this is just a young lady. 19 years is just a baby. I'm sorry to say she's a baby, but she is a baby. When I say a baby that I mean, I don't know, but like, where I come from at 18 years, 19 years, like, you are still being pampered by your parents. I mean, like, you are still the baby of the house because that is what you are. 18 years, 19 years, I mean, I don't know. Forget about, I mean, everybody having this, like, I am old enough and I can take care of myself and I am big enough and all that. Where I come from, 18 years is such a baby and should be treated like a baby because that is what they are. So a 30-something years old man, all he could do was to lure her to him and then did the worst. And this happened, I mean, I don't know. But I do not want to imagine how Sade Robinson died. She died a miserable death. She died a miserable death in the sense that she was this, I mean, like, all parts of her body were all dismembered. I mean, leg somewhere else and all that. And she might have, I mean, she really went through it because I don't know. Do you know how you feel? The pain you go through when you mistakenly cut yourself or mistakenly hit your nail or your skin on something. I don't know, but I am just trying to understand, like, make us understand what that young lady went through. I mean, we go through a whole lot when something like this happened to us, Really, it's really very sad. And there is something I want to tell a lot of people. This is not 1, this is not 2, this is not 3, this is not 4, this is not 5. Like, I am trying as much as I can not to make it erase something. But let me refresh, like, I need to take you all back because most of all this, we've talked about it on this channel. You all can remember so many young Black men and Black women who actually went out probably with their pump-colored friends, probably for a picnic, probably for a good get-together, probably to the woods, probably for dates, something like that, of that nature, because that is how it starts. But I don't know, somebody, if you have lived in the United States for a longer time, there are some, except some don't really listen to news or do not know what is going on around them. That's why I try as much as I can to let people know what is going on around where they are, because it is very vital. Internet will save you from so many things. Social media will, like, open your mind, Because when you are aware of some certain things, you are actually very careful and very mindful, right? So a lot of people that look like me, so many of them, they have actually embarked on a journey with some people but never came back. This is not a story of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? And this one happened. And his lawyer is actually saying that he's going to, like, everything is just centering on that same person. And the evidence is all there. And his lawyer is saying that his client does not deserve this. Do you know who does not deserve her death? Sade Robinson. And let's blow this up. Send this to somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. Number one is that you are not, trust me, you are not going to waste your data or something, but you are also trying to save another life. It might be another young lady. It might be somebody's, it might be, I am not saying, I do not wish this for anybody, but we really do have to let our kids, let our siblings, let our nephew, our nieces, like all of them, let them know what is going on so everybody can be aware. Because when you are aware, your mind is in kind of open, because you are in kind of already, how something like when I try to take taxi or something. First of all, I have some security checks that I have to check on before I get into Uber or something. Why? Because I have heard a whole lot about Uber, right? So when I get into an Uber, I look around. Security conscious. Being security conscious does not mean that you are stupid. It means that you are woke. You are very, 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 very aware of your surroundings and your environment. Share this video. It might help somebody. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.